Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you guys are joining us from. Welcome to today's Tech Talk session, What's New in Commerce? My name is Meenu Lal and I'll be moderating this session and also covering the first part of this session. Along with me, I have Fevin Charamal and Sharina Sudarshi. Without further ado, let's get started. As usual, we have a big agenda to cover today as we try to cover most of the topic which we released recently in Dynamics 365 Commerce. We'll start our session with Copilot in Commerce, and we have divided our Tech Talk into 3 different sections. The first session will cover new capabilities in Store Commerce app. The second part will focus on POS IT improvements, including hardware station, and we'll touch base a little bit on the call center. And third part will focus on advancements on our overall core capabilities. First, we'll discuss how Copilot for Dynamics 365 Commerce can help you deliver personalized customer experiences, optimize product management, and streamline retail operations for store associates, manager, and back office with the help of AI. Dynamics 365 Commerce integrates multiple Copilot-powered AI features to optimize real retail operation and merchandise efficiency. Like Merchandising Efficiency Copilot automates data validation, highlights potential risks, and streamlines product management to boost accuracy and efficiency. Similar to that, Copilot for Customer Insights aggregates customer data, enabling retailers to craft personalized recommendations and target your customers according to their need. Similar to that, we have Product Summarization Copilot, which helps you generate the AI-driven product descriptions, inventory detail, and cross-selling opportunities, which can help merchants maximize the sale potential. We do have Copilot for Channel and Report Summaries, which helps you provide the AI-powered narrated insights, which could help merchants quickly analyze the store performance and the sales data. Another Copilot we have released in Dynamics 365 is Statement Insights, which is in back office, which helps you summarize for statement posting, help retailers quickly identify and resolve transaction issues. It offers status and risk insights for both posted and unposted statements, which help you highlight the stuck transition or any risk in returning without receipts, expense transaction, and price overrides. All of these Copilot features are behind a simple feature flag, which means that administrator can enable them to take full advantage of AI-driven automation and insights. We released Store Commerce Copilot Experience in 2024 Wave 2, and in 2025 Wave 1, we have GA with audible multilingual support. As you can see on screen, we do have it available in Spanish, Japanese, and French, and different other languages. All of these features helps the store associate to increase sale and provide the insights related to product, customers, and report. Now let's talk about one of the most exciting shifts which is happening in Dynamics 365 Commerce, which is POS modernization. We are transitioning our point-of-sale apps to a React framework with fluent design, bringing a modern mobile optimized and accessible experiences across all store commerce applications. What this shift does, it enables faster development, easier extensibility, and ensure compliance with accessibility standard right out of the box. For retailer and partners, this means more intuitive workflows, a consistent user experience across different devices and browser, and a future-ready platform for innovation. This is just the beginning. Let's dive into how this new architecture is setting the stage for more agile and the modern store commerce experiences. This showcases the timeline of different features delivered for the modernization of POS. We have started our journey of modernization in 10.039 and it's still continuing. So in 10.030, we have enabled the intuitive interactions and the date picker in Store Commerce app to a React-based control. And another one is we enable the store associate can persist their zoom settings, which could eliminate the need to readjust the display each time the application is open. Especially this feature is, it's good for kiosk-based mode without the keyboard and the mouse. That way the zooms persist. In 10.040, 2 new workflows are introduced to handle the situations where you can add an item to a cart from product descriptions or the search results case. The first workflow showcased a confirmation dialog that clearly indicates that the item was successfully added to a cart. You can then continue to browse your products. This workflow is suited to assisted selling scenarios where store associates browse and add any item to a cart. The second workflow lets you immediately go to a transaction page after you add an item to a cart so that you can continue with the transaction process. You would see all these in the demo that we have after this slide. In 10.42, we have released different features. One of them is product images can now be displayed on the transaction grid. We have added a different payment workflows to help you do a consistent and enhanced user experience against all payment workflows. In 10.43, we have introduced the Toast notifications. With the Toast notification frameworks, it brings the flexible real-time alerts to a store commerce. It's fully extensible. You can extend it to customize your own store notification, like take an example to meet your unique business needs. You can use it to quickly share certain policy with store associate. You want to flag the low stock items, that way they can restock on the shelf, or you can alert the staff when the customer requests certain assistance from the in-store kiosk. So all these could be done with the help of Toast notifications. In 10.44, we have include the inline actions on the transaction gets, which take an example of void product, return items, line amount, price override, and change unit of measure. The order which you see in your inline action is based on the frequency of each register. So let's say one register uses price override more than the line discount. So it will show all these menu in the inline action based on how frequently used it. Inline actions also remove the need for a nested button to access the line operation, which allow you for a cluster-free transaction pace with fewer buttons. For this feature to work, you must enable a modern transaction grid and post-transaction view feature in headquarters. All of these modernization and move to a React-based control on transaction piece keeps full parity with the existing extensibility capabilities, which means all your custom call controls continue to work as expected, which make it easier for you to adopt all these new experiences without any additional development effort. Let's look at some of the demos that we have put together for this POS modernization. So here is one of the examples for the date picker, which we introduced in 10.39. As you can see that you have the grid which is available. You can choose the date picker directly and it will show you month and all. It's very easy to do those things. It is persistent across your mobile or any other device or a browser. Here is another demo. This showcase that you can add any item. If you're adding an item, you can choose the different variants. And after you choose a different variant, which could be style, color, and everything, you can add to a cart and you can go directly to a transaction from here or keep adding a new products. It also showcases like if you have to add new item, usually you do a scan, but you can do by numpad and keep adding items directly. And you can see that on the left side of the grid directly. Like we can keep on adding any item we like with the help of the numpad. As soon as we add, we can click on any of those actions. With the action, we can click on any of those lines and it will show you all the inline actions. So see, you can see our different inline actions. You can add a discount directly from there, or we can mention what are the reasons. And as soon as you do that, you can see directly in grid, like the final discount is applied or a manual discount is applied. Similarly, you can change the quantity. You can even change the unit of measure. All of these can easily do in the grid instead of having those buttons for each of those things. And with that, we can simply pay, and even the payment workflows are also improved. So this demo showcase how easily you can add stuff without less clicking within a store commerce app. As mentioned, we fixed all the payment workflows in the POS application. We redesigned to help you provide the consistent and enhanced user experience. This showcase, one of the loyalty one, which is done in 10.44. The rest of the payment workflow is already done in other versions. And the thought process behind it to provide you a consistent pattern across different payment methods, which helps you reduce training needs and speed up your checkouts. So along with the POS modernization, we did a lot of enhancements in POS to help you provide the better satisfaction to your end users. So another one we have added is important order-related information like a customer reference, customer requisitions. So within the POS order screen, the store associates can look all those things. And this is usually valuable for BOPIS kind of scenario where you ordered in e-commerce or call center. You can see all the customer reference, or you can see even the notes. Right? Then here is an example. It's like there's a kid's birthday. So when they're picking up something from the store, you can actually wish them and provide them a personalized experience. With the help of all these new things added, you can help the better personalized experience, or you can see all those BOPIS order notes. Okay, this needs to be packed. This needs to be, so all the notes you have added within the order in e-commerce or call center would be visible in POS. So we have added another for the loyalty upsell prompt in POS. So loyalty upsell prompt, it empowers the store associates with the right information in the right time to inform customers about how close they're reaching to a next loyalty tier. This prompt can drive continuous customer engagement to unlock new benefits, which could lead to increased average order value if through strategic up planning. This feature is available starting with 10.044 Commerce release. Let's see the quick demo about loyalty upsell in POS.
Retailers want to grow their customer base and turn more shoppers into loyal members, but many customers aren't aware of the benefits or how close they are to the next loyalty tier. For example, a frequent shopper might miss out on rewards simply because they didn't know they were eligible. The solution, a loyalty upsell prompt for store associates at the POS. It helps staff inform customers when they're close to reaching the next loyalty tier. This encourages more purchases, increases average order value, and strengthens customer loyalty. A simple way to boost engagement, satisfaction. When a loyalty card is selected, customers can see their loyalty tier details, and if they're close to reaching the next tier, a new bell icon appears, highlighting a potential upsell opportunity, a smart way to prompt timely conversations and drive loyalty engagement. For multiple programs, the icon shows separately for each, based on configured thresholds. If the customer's tier points exceed the threshold, no icon is shown to avoid the unnecessary prompts.
So this showcased how loyalty can help you increase those sales. That way you can inform the customer at the right time they're about to reach those points, and it can increase your revenue overall. Let's look at the modern payment methods. We introduced modern payments in Store Commerce app to enhance the in-store checkout experience by supporting flexible, secure, and fast payment options, such as contactless payments, QR code, buy now, pay later, op services. These solutions improve customer satisfaction through quicker transaction and greater choice, with also boosting your operational efficiency by streamlining your reconciliation and reducing errors. Additionally, they also offer the security, compliance standards like PCI, and also support omnichannel consistency between different methods. Overall, modern payment capabilities drive increased sales, adaptability to market trends, and a more seamless retail experience. Let's check new payments method, which we introduced recently. We introduced Pay by Link, which is going to be available from 10.044. What it does, it allows customer to use any Adyen-supported payment method without requiring in-store payment terminals or a hardware station. How we did it, we introduced an asynchronous framework that handles and provides notification from payment processes, which reduces your hardware cost, maintenance cost, and it also supports the PCI compliance. Pay-by-link methods allow store associates to generate a secure payment link from point-of-sale system and then send it to a customer via email or SMS. The customer can then complete the transaction remotely using a preferred payment method through a secure web portal. It is ideal for the scenarios like curbside pickup, remote checkout, or order ahead services. Let's see a quick demo for Pay-by-Link.
Supporting modern payment methods in stores is crucial for retailers as it enhances customer convenience, increases sales, and improves transaction security. One such method is Pay-by-Link, which allows customers to complete payments through a secure link sent via any communication method like email, SMS, or scanning by a QR code. Let's take a look at how Dynamics 365 Commerce is enabling this payment method for the customers who use Adyen Connector. Here we see on a point of sale, cashier adds an item to the cart. Among the list of payment methods, they choose Pay by Link. Once the Pay by Link is chosen, a link is generated and a corresponding QR code is shown to the cashier as well. This QR code can be shown to the customer who can then scan it from their phone, or this could be sent via any communication methods which is enabled on the device. The customer scans the QR code and opens up the web page on their phone. This list of payment method could include any payment method that the merchant wants to support. While the customer is making the payment, the cashier screen shows that the system is trying to check if the payment has been received. The system checks after every 5 seconds, but the cashier can check anytime they want. Soon after the customer has done the payment, the cashier screen is automatically refreshed and the payment is added to the cart and the transaction is completed. Another important use case of Pay by Link is line busting. To do that, the cashier will scan the items from a customer, generate a QR code, which will be sent to the customer, and the cashier would suspend the transaction. And they would repeat this for the customers in line. The customers can make the payment using the QR code, and when they reach the cashier's counter, the cashier can recall the suspended transaction and check if the payment has been made. Thank you.
Let's move to another payment method which we introduced. It's buy now, pay later. And there are a lot of different pay now, pay letters. This one especially for the Klarna, because we have asked, a lot of customers asked for it. So one of the top, as mentioned, buy now, pay later provider is Klarna. What it does, it helps you increase conversion rate and also average order value for your merchant. In Dynamics 365 Commerce, we enable the support for this for Klarna payment method for in-person payments via Adyen Connector. Once the Klarna payment method is enabled, using Adyen for a merchant account, the merchant is able to offer a Klarna payment option in their physical stores. Cashiers are now able to select the Klarna from the list of supported wallet payments on the payment terminal. And after you select Klarna, it generates the QR code on the payment terminal that customer can scan. After they scan it, they can open the Klarna portal and they can complete payments on their phone. Once the payment is complete, the corresponding payment line is added to a store commerce app and the transaction is completed with no payments due. Let's look at a quick video to showcase end-to-end experience for using Klarna.
Hello. Today I'll be showing a quick demonstration on a new capability we are bringing forward to allow shoppers to pay with Klarna from the payment terminal. I'll begin in the transaction screen in Store Commerce where I'll first add a few products to the cart. Once the products have been added, I'll click the Pay Card button to start the payment operation. The shopper will be able to present their payment card as normal or select the Scan option to perform a wallet transaction. Once Klarna is selected, I'll scan the QR code with my phone to begin the Klarna payment process. In the Klarna portal, I'll be able to review my payment installments and select the payment card from which to pay the installments. Once I hit complete, Klarna will process the payment and notify the terminal that the transaction has been finalized. Back in Store Commerce, the cashier will see the completed payment and checkout will automatically be concluded if no further payment is required.
Okay, so that finishes the Klarna payment method demo. All of these Pay by Link and Klarna is done through Adyen, but we have included the asynchronous architecture, which could be used for different payment providers. Now I'm going to hand over to Febin to talk about POS IT improvements. Over to you, Febin.
So to continue with the latest updates, I would like to highlight some of the recent improvements we released for store commerce administration side. Right, the first one focuses on the commerce data exchange error handling, which is especially on the download session area. With the release of 10.43, we can enable enhanced download session feature in feature management. This helps IT admins to quickly identify the synchronization issues in the CDX jobs. So the new summary screen available on the download session form will help you to identify the errors. And also this form comes with an inline filter experience where you can filter the errors. And also this summary screen summarizes the error messages with unique error ID. So each error ID comes with a link for the troubleshooting guide, and that can help the IT admins easily identify the CDX sync issues and fix it fast and continue with the rollout. The next update is on the network monitoring side. Most of the time, network issues in a remote store has always been a challenge. Poor network or the network disconnection can cause loss of sales or financial impact or user satisfaction. So to address this, we have released some new health chart, health report on the point of sale side. The first one is connectivity history, which says how the device is connected, whether it is connected to an internet or running on local or no access. And this shows 24 hours of data, and it can zoom up to 1 minute. Then the next one is connection type, how the point of sale device is connected to internet. Is it through Wi-Fi or through some other network? So if there is a change in the network, so you can capture that changes in the connection type health chart. The other one is the Wi-Fi signal strength, which will capture the signal quality. For example, if you are working on a shop floor and if the Wi-Fi signal is fluctuating, and you can see the history of the Wi-Fi signal strength, and this also can be zoomed up to one minute. So this helps store users to correlate if there are any performance issues or operational issues when you have a network challenges on the device. So the next one is improvements on the offline side. So we have released toast notifications on the offline functionality. So now once you enable the toast notification feature on the functional feature management side on 10.44 version, you can start seeing the toast notification. For example, when there is an authentication failure on offline database, or when there is a switch of point of sale devices to offline mode, or if there is a data synchronization issue, or also finally if there is a offline functionality, if it is broken after the service update on the point of sale. So whenever there is a change, whenever there is a failure, a toast notification appear on the screen, and it can tell you, it can give a clear update to the store users about the status of the device. One of the other improvement is on the index side. So we have also improved the index compression, because offline TP size storage is a key area. So we have again improved the storage index compression. Now we will compress again into the smaller indexes. So this is released as part of 10.43. Yeah, the next feature is offline database recovery. So there are cases when the offline database is going to break or not functional when the database size goes beyond a limit. For example, in SQL Express, the limit is 10 GB. So when the database size grow beyond that at the time of synchronization, the offline is not functional. Then with 10.43, we have the auto recovery of the offline databases. So even if the database go beyond the size limit, and system will compress the indexes, and it will recover the size, and it will auto recover the offline database, and it will reconnect to the point of sale device. So the offline functionality is auto recovered without any manual intervention with this update. Now let us see the major announcement on iOS Store Commerce app. So with the 10.44, we are releasing the offline capability for the iOS devices. So we have the code sample code available in the GitHub. So please note that this is not available on the public app, which is available in the Play Store. So if you want to enable the offline capability on the Store Commerce app for iOS, you need to build and deploy and activate the point of sale with using sample code. So this will enable the SQLite inside the application to enable the offline capability. So currently it is in private preview. So then once it is, stable, we will move to the GA. The Store Commerce app for iOS comes with now hardware station extension framework. So you can deploy the hardware station extensions on the iOS devices. Again, the sample code is available in GitHub. So in that demonstration, you can see that iOS device is connecting with another device through Bluetooth, which is extended using hardware station, and it can communicate without the need of Windows hardware station. So this helps partners and customers extending the hardware station with new peripheral devices. Now we will see what is new in call center. Call center now support a partial payment. Earlier, the call center was working with either you take 100% payment or you don't take the payment. Now you can enable partial payment where you can allow to complete the call center order by taking partial payment within the range you mentioned, and the rest can be collected later. So, for example, if you allow 100% underpayment, the order can be placed without any payment. You can complete the order without completing the payment part. But if the range is different and if the payment falls outside the allowed range, then order won't go through. So you can set the boundaries, how much payment you need to you can take or you can tolerate, and based on that you can complete the call center order, and the rest of the payment can be collected either through point of sale or other means. And it is important to note that this is controlled with a flight, so it is not a feature management functionality not available directly to customers. So if you really want to enable this feature, you need to create a support ticket and enable it with the help of engineering team. Now we will see what is new in globalization. This is especially for the France region. So in France, to meet enough 525 regulatory requirements, POS system must reissue the receipt exactly as they were originally issued to a customer. So as of today, we generate the receipt based on the stored data set. So starting from 10 of 43, you can enable the identical receipt copy printing feature in feature management, which will once this is enabled, whenever a original receipt is printed, that is stored in a storage, and when you reprint it, that a stored receipt will be reprinted from the storage instead of regenerating the receipt. So that way we can reissue the exact same receipt to the customer. Now we will see what is on intelligence order management. That is an ongoing key investment area within commerce. So several major enhancements have been made in the areas of fundamentals, performance, error handling, error monitoring. We have added some great new features to make this IOM experience better. You can now manage order at scale from the iOS app. Then there is a great visibility on the dual right issues. So in this demo, you can see that the dual right issues, dual right integration issues are captured here, and you can go and look into that issues, correct it from the iOS app, IOM app. Then you can reprocess that order from the IOM app. So there is a great error handling available in IOM side. Along with this, there are better error logs available for the external microservices and provider action framework, which is logged in the IOM app. The other major investment is with performance. As of now, we can see that, around 5,000 lines are processed within an hour in IOM. So if that is a small sales orders, if it is a bigger orders where one order with 5,000 lines, then the performance is kind of like 1,000 lines per hour. So that is one improvement released on the performance side. Then the throttling and peak load is another area where we are investing on the performance side. There are improvements on the ALM process, which make the orchestration flows can be exported, imported, and activated easily from the IOM app. That's all about IOM improvements. And now I will hand over to Srinath to talk about platform level updates and also to introduce the fast track as a library we are working on.
Thanks, Vibin. So we will see what's new on the data and storage management. In commerce, we often work with large volumes of data, which can lead to increased data costs and impact system performance. To address this, organizations frequently look to remove outdated transactional data. So with Dynamics 365 Commerce version 10 of 42, a new feature allows organizations to delete old transactional data on their own. Users with appropriate roles can define a date range to purge historical transactions. So the deletion process can be configured as a batch job. Once the purge job is complete, the job info's log provides detailed insights, including the specific tables affected and the number of records deleted. The good part is the purge process does not lock the tables it operates on, so the system remains available for ongoing business operations during the cleanup. Please note this is an irreversible process. So data is permanently deleted from the retail transaction and the retail statement tables and cannot be recovered once removed. Let's talk about maps. Bing Maps for Enterprise is deprecated and will be retired. So customers with an enterprise license can continue to use Bing Maps for Enterprise until June 30th, 2028. And customers on the free and basic license for Bing Maps for Enterprise can continue to use Bing Maps for Enterprise until June 30, 2025. So Azure Maps is available for DOM in commerce from 10.43 release as an alternative to Bing Maps. So the integration with Azure Maps is seamless for DOM to maintain the out-of-the-box functionality. So you'll need to get an Azure Map subscription and a key. Then you can configure the parameters in HQ to make it work. We will now cover some of the new implementation assets and samples published and what's new in that area. So we from the Fast Track team have created assets, docs, and sample code, which will help partners and customers accelerate the headless commerce implementations using the Dynamics 365 Commerce Skill Unit. The samples are published in GitHub in the Fast Track implementation assets repository. So headless commerce is a system that decouples the front-end presentation layer from the back-end commerce functionality. So this approach offers unparalleled flexibility, allows business to create personalized and engaging shopping experiences across multiple channels. Here is a complete list of what's available so far as part of the headless commerce samples. We have architectural guidance and documentation under the docs folder. We have also published code samples and tools to jumpstart your dev under the assets folder. So one of the sample is the product publisher. The product publisher is a key component of the commerce data exchange service within Dynamics 365 Commerce. It operates on a scheduled basis to publish products from Commerce HQ to an Azure Cognitive Search Index. Just like the standard publisher, it's also possible to write your own custom product publisher based on the same framework. We have published a sample publisher which can be found using this QR code. The sample is available in GitHub and can be modified, customized according to your integration requirements. The product publisher in the sample is deployed as an Azure Function app. It's based on .NET 8 and it is designed to handle products received from the CSU and send them to a target integration point using adapter. The Azure function is triggered by a timer trigger and uses the commerce proxy to call the headless commerce API. The app uses adapters to communicate with external systems like third-party storefronts, marketplaces, etc. So now we will see a demo of the sample product publisher. Take a look at how Dynamics 365 Commerce product changes are published to an external Azure AI search index in the customer subscription. I have created a Azure AI search index. we will be ingesting data into this search index. This is the solution which I have downloaded from GitHub. I have made some changes to the solution. For example, I have added a new search adapter for publishing product changes into the Azure AI Search Index. We are passing information like product name, product description, and some pricing information to the Azure Search Index. I have packaged everything and deployed the solution as an Azure Function app. And I have also defined environment variables. Some of these environment variables are coming from the Key Vault, where they are stored as secret values. The Azure Function app publishes the product changes to the search index. Here is the search index. Here we can search for any product. So this brings the data for shoes. Similarly, you can search for other search terms like bench. So this brings the data back from the Azure Search Index. Let's now go back to F&O. So this is online store, Fabricam 3 online store. So we will add a few products as well as also remove some products so that we can check if the changes are being sent from the Dynamics 365 Commerce to the search index in Azure. Click on View Assortments and edit. So there are some products which are already assorted for this online store. So let's remove this product called abdominal bench. And I'm going to add just another product to see if it can be published to the search index. So I'm just going to add this product called light switch and then click on OK. So I have removed one product for the bench and I have added another product for the light switch. So I'm going to publish this assortment. We will give a few moments for the distribution jobs to finish. After that, we can verify the products in the search index. The jobs are now finished. So let's see if we can find the products in the search index. So I'm going to search for light switch, which was the product we added in the assortment. So if we search, yeah, we can find all the details related to the product, light switch. And we removed one product called bench. So let's see if it exists in the search index anymore. Yeah, so that is been removed. So that was essentially the sample product publisher in action, where we pushed the changes from Dynamics 365 Commerce to a search index in customer subscription. So we have also published assets for ingesting orders, querying product inventory, and payments integration. The samples are available as a console app for each scenario. For example, the sample console app upload order shows how to ingest a transaction using the sales order entity, create API, and also how to reuse the payment authorizations. The sample console app shows how to ingest orders using the cart-based checkout experience. So you can use a QR code to take a look at the samples in GitHub.
Okay, so there are a lot of questions. Thank you, Srinath. Let me start by asking question for payment. Chalab, thank you for joining. There is a question on the first question. I'm going to ask Srinath you. Headless comments means that we do not have a D65 ERP as a headquarter. Srinath, do you want to take that one?
No, the headquarter would still be present. So we use in Headless Commerce, we use the Dynamics 365 Commerce Scale Unit in order to capture or in order to create the orders. This HQ or the back office operations are still going to be available and together with the Commerce Scale Unit.
Thank you, Srinath. We have answered the questions related to payment, but let me just ask that everybody else can listen to that too. So this question is for you, Shalab. Will pay by link be added for a call center channel?
Yes, so that's planned for 2025 wave 2, where it's a similar experience that we just saw on POS, like you could have the same for call center. But we also would be enhancing the order capturing experience where instead of just waiting for a payment to complete the order, it would be you could generate a link and close the order, and the order would be on hold, and the customer would have certain amount of time, whatever is the predefined duration that the merchants want to create, for example a day or a few hours. And if the customer pays the money within that time, the order would be automatically released for further processing. Else, the order would be cancelled if the payment is not received within that specified duration.
Okay. And there is a follow-up question. I think you answered. Will there be any email to a customer to complete payment? I mean, can it be configure or unlock order for delivery when paid? That's the question from follow-up question on Pay by Link.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the part of what we said where you can generate the link and close the order and wait for the payment to arrive and automatically the order completes. That's, I think, the answer to the question we just posted. From the email perspective, we are not providing any out-of-the-box communication capabilities. So if the device that you are using, let's say it's a mobile device, whatever communication apps that are installed on the device that the associates are allowed to use, you could use those devices to copy the link that we have generated and then share that with the customers, or just use the QR code for the customers to browse it or scan it. Sorry.
Thank you, Shalab. I don't see any more questions for payment. And someone asked a question like all of these features are available for Cloud POS, which we shows at the POS enhancement and modernization. The answer to that is yes, it's available for both Cloud POS and Store Commerce app. And certain grids and also are available for offline, except certain features. There is a question, will features shown at NRF clienteling agent make their way into products soon? Does anybody wants to take that question? I think Shalab, you already answered the question that was a part of NRF. We do have a plan to release it. We do not have a date yet, but the plan is to release that clienteling agent.
Yeah, and so the thing that was the experience that was showcased in NRF was a pilot experience to gather feedback, and based on that response, we are actually evaluating a bit more involved agentic kind of experiences for the PO UI, but those are all pretty recent, pretty in the early design phase. So yeah, probably in the next sessions we could talk about it.
And there's a new question just came in, Shalab, it's for payments. There is a question like Pay by Link QR will show on customer screen as well, ? Or just on the salesperson screen. I noticed in demo, it was a salesperson screen to scan the code. Do you want to take that one?
Yeah. So we plan to create a demo, so a sample where we could show the QR code on the dual display screens as well. But that's not a part of Pendo 44. We would create a sample soon, but that would be a sample-based experience where not as an out-of-the-box experience.
Okay. And Noman asked the follow-up question. Also, the Pay by Link will be available for self-checkout. Do we have plans to release Pay by Link on self-checkout?
Yes. So we don't see a concern like it's just another payment method, so it could be added on the self-checkout as well.
Ashraf asked a question. Is there any plans to extend AI Copilot or product recommendation for the call center users?
Yeah, so the not planned in the next wave, but again, the all across Dynamics, we are curating newer experiences for AI. So probably not in the next 6 months, sometime in future. And you might have more experiences, similar experiences coming up. But as of now, that specific one is not planned.
There's another question is, will you show an example of digital personal shopping agent at the e-commerce front end today? Andreas, we can take as a feedback in our next Tech Talk, we can showcase that. Or when we publish this Tech Talk, we can put the demo as a link for you. That way you can take advantage of it. Francisco asked a question, at the moment in IOM, how can we transfer an orchestration flow from one environment to another? I'm not sure. Francisco, are you asking environment as in like a third-party e-commerce or third-party POS? Are you asking, or are you asking moving that order from one environment of FNO to one. I mean, what is the question exactly? If you're asking if it's from the third party, yes, you can use the orchestration engine for that. You can do a configuration based on that. Go ahead, Fevin.
I think this is regarding what we showcased. So there is an ALM journey coming up in IOM where you can, export the orchestration flow from one IOM app. So we can share the docs link in the deck so that, yeah. I mean, I don't think it is there yet. So we can share the steps later. Yeah.
Thank you. I think another question just came from Noman. For React.js based modern POS, when will we get the SDK solution to uplift our dev teams? Women, Shalab, Shernadino, I think it's already available, but just want to check.
I think the extensibility story is still in a progress for the React controls. But the new controls will work together with the existing all the old controls. I think we are writing some documentation on that, and it will be soon be available.
Right. It is fully extensible, Noman, but the code, the SDK will be released soon. We'll be able to share those documentation. We'll make note of it and put that in the comments in the chat and share with you if it's available by that time. If not, we'll follow up on that. Okay, I don't see any more questions which came new. And just a note, please do put our survey in. That way we can get the feedback from you guys and improve our TikToks going forward. If not, I'm going to hand back to Sharina to close this. Thank you.
Thanks, Meenu. Thank you for attending, and thanks to our presenters and to you, our audience, for attending our Tech Talk today. We hope you have a great rest of the day ahead.